You're not fighting an enemy outside. You're fighting a regime inside your own skull. Right now, 9 out of 10 people in any room are being played. They think they're making decisions. They're not. They're running code written by biology, childhood wounds, and social conditioning. They react. They wait for permission. They need to be liked. But there's always one person, just one, who sees the game board from above. He doesn't seek approval. He seeks leverage. He doesn't react to chaos. He redirects it. You don't improve yourself with affirmations. You stage a coup against the puppet government in your mind. And the dictator you're overthrowing, his name is impulse. Drop a comment right now. What's one time you did everything right and still lost? I want to see the exact moment you realized the rules were fake. Let's dismantle the illusion. Principle 1. Stop hallucinating. Reality. You enter negotiations, relationships, conflicts, and you operate based on how people should act. If I'm honest, they'll be honest back. If I work hard, they'll notice. If I sacrifice, they'll be loyal. This is the idealist's trap, and it's fatal. You're projecting your values onto a world that doesn't share them. Machiavelli wrote, "A man who wishes to make a profession of goodness in everything must necessarily come to grief among so many who are not good." Read that again. He's not saying don't be good. He's saying your goodness won't protect you. You're walking into a lion's den wearing a steak vest. Here's the law. People always act in their own self-interest. Always. Even altruism is self-interest. They want the dopamine hit of feeling righteous. They want social credit. They want to avoid guilt. When someone betrays you, don't ask, "How could they?" That's an emotional question. It's useless. Ask the Machiavellian question, what did they gain? Your coworker befriends you, takes you to lunch, asks about your projects. 3 months later, they pitch your idea to the boss and get the promotion. The 90% are shocked, but we were friends. The 10% expected it. They saw the incentive map, promotion, status, survival. They didn't trust words, they watched behavior. Stop listening to what people say, watch what they do. If someone says, "I love you," but their actions say, "I don't respect your time," believe the actions. If your company says, "We're a family," but fires people to save 2% on the budget, believe the actions. Strip away your moral expectation of how the world should treat you. The moment you do, you become immune to manipulation. You become a realist. And in a room full of dreamers, the realist is king. If this is already shifting how you see people, subscribe. You're going to need the rest of this. Principle 2. Weaponize silence. Look at social media. Comment sections. Your group chat. Everyone is desperate to explain themselves, to assert dominance by talking. They think words, power, they're wrong. Every word you speak is a leak. Every explanation is ammunition you hand to your opponent. Machiavelli knew the most dangerous person in the room is usually the quietest. Why? Because information is power. When you're talking, you're giving it away. When you're listening, you're collecting it. The vacuum effect. The 90% are terrified of silence. Test this. Next conversation, when someone finishes speaking, don't respond immediately. Hold eye contact. Count to 4. Watch them panic. Their brain interprets silence as judgment or disconnection. To fill the void, they start talking again. And this time, they tell you the truth. They add details they didn't mean to share. They justify a lie. They reveal an insecurity. You're in a salary negotiation. The boss offers $75K. You want $90K, the amateur says. Well, I was hoping for more because I have bills and my last job paid. Stop. Just showed desperation. You just revealed your floor. The professional says 90K. Then nothing. Silence. The boss scrambles. Well, I mean, we could maybe do 80K if you can start Monday, and... You didn't argue. You didn't justify. You created a void. They filled it with a higher number. Cut your words by 50% for 1 week. I was delayed. That's it. Can't go out. I can't make it. That's it. Political argument? Just listen. You will feel a surge of power you've never felt before. You're conserving energy while they deplete theirs. Principle 3. Wear the mask of humanity. Most people wear a mask to hide flaws. They pretend to be perfect, rich, happy. This breeds envy. Envy makes you a target. The Machiavellian doesn't hide flaws, he curates them. This is strategic vulnerability. And it sounds backwards, so listen close. If you're too competent, too perfect, too untouchable, people hate you. You trigger their insecurity. You remind them of their mediocrity. Disarmament through weakness. To disarm people, show a flaw you choose. Admit a small mistake, confess a minor worry. Ask for advice on something you already know the answer to. Why? Because when you ask someone for advice, you make them feel wise. You make them feel superior. And when someone feels superior to you, they let their guard down. They stop seeing you as a threat. You're the new manager. Your team is resentful. The amateur asserts dominance. I know exactly how we're going to hit targets. The Machiavellian asks, I'm still learning the system here. What's worked best for you in the past? You just made them your ally. Meanwhile, you're gathering intel on team dynamics, unofficial leaders, and hidden conflicts. You are not one person. You are a wardrobe. Does this situation need the lion aggressive, direct? Or does it need the fox patient, diplomatic? Most people have one mode. The master shifts effortlessly between them. This isn't fake. This is emotional maturity. A parent doesn't be themselves when their child is crying. They put on the mask of the calm protector because the outcome matters more than their authentic exhaustion. Apply that to everything. Your true heart, save it for the 3 people who've earned it. For everyone else, give them the performance they need to see so you can get what you need to get. If this is rewiring how you see power, hit like. The algorithm needs to know you're not part of the 90%. Principle 4. Your enemies are your auditors. Most people spend their lives trying to be liked by everyone. They think 0 enemies, LAT winning. They're wrong. If you have no enemies, you have no character. You've stood for nothing. You're a leaf in the wind. Enemies are not just inevitable, they are necessary. The 90% crumble under criticism. A negative comment ruins their week. The outlier uses the enemy. The auditor principle. Who tells you the truth? Your friends? No. Friends lie. They say you look good when you look tired. They enable your weakness because they love you. But your enemy? Your enemy searches for your weakness like a starving dog. If you have a crack in your armor, they'll find it. If you're lazy, they'll exploit it. If you're insecure, they'll trigger it. Someone leaves a brutal comment on your work. This is mediocre. You clearly didn't research X. The 90% spiral. They're just a hater. They don't get it. The 10% ask, wait, did I actually research X? If yes, the comment is noise. Ignore it. If no, they just showed you your weak point for free. They audited you. Thank them silently. Fix the gap. Develop anti-fragility. Fragile things break under pressure. Robust things stay the same. Anti-fragile things get stronger. When someone doubts you, use that spite as fuel. There is no cleaner burning fuel than the desire to prove someone wrong. Michael Jordan's Hall of Fame speech wasn't about gratitude. It was a list of everyone who doubted him. He held that list for 30 years. Do the same. Principle 5, Master Time, Master Everything. We live in the cult of now. Same-day delivery, instant replies. 15-second videos. The 90% have lost the ability to perceive time. They can't see past next week. 3 days at the gym, no abs, quit. 1 month in business, no million, quit. Text sent, no reply in 5 minutes, panic. Machiavelli plays the long game. Real power is compound interest. To outsmart the 90%, simply extend your time horizon. While they scramble for the quick win, you're building the foundation. The marshmallow principle. The famous study, kids offered 1 marshmallow now or 2 if they wait 15 minutes. The kids who couldn't wait grew up disorganized, stressed, unsuccessful. The kids who waited, they ruled the world. You're in a marshmallow test every day. The 90% take the easy job, buy the car they can't afford, cheat for 1 night. They mortgage their future to pay for their present. 2 entry-level analysts at a firm. Analyst A takes every shortcut, delegates his learning, schmoozes for quick promotions. Analyst B works late studying models no one asked him to learn, builds systems, stays quiet. Year 3, Analyst A hits a ceiling. He never built foundations. Analyst B becomes indispensable. He owns knowledge no one else has. Become a time traveler. Before you react, project yourself 5 years forward. Look back at this moment. Will you be glad you gave in or proud you stood firm? Ask yourself, will this matter in 10 years? If no, ignore it. If yes, obsess over it. Principle 6, secure your own mask first. We're taught selfishness is sin. Give until it hurts. Be the nice guy. Machiavelli spits on this. Look at the nice guys. Are they happy, respected? No. They're exhausted, resentful, used. And secretly, they hate the people they're helping. You cannot help anyone if you are weak. Rational self-interest means you secure your own foundation first. Your health, your mind, your mission. The oxygen mask law. On a plane they tell you, secure your own mask before helping others. Why? Because a dead hero saves no one. Apply this to life. When you say yes to something you don't want, you're saying no to yourself. You're betraying your own time, the only resource you can never get back. Your friend constantly asks for favors, rides, money, emotional labor. You always say yes because you don't want to seem selfish. Result? You're broke, tired, and resentful, and they respect you less because you have no boundaries. The Machiavellian says, no, just that. No explanation. Your friend gets angry? Good, you just pruned a dead branch. Only the person who is full can truly give. When you've built your power, wealth, stability, then you can change lives. A beggar can't give money to the poor. A weak man can't protect the innocent. Become strong first. This requires a ruthless season, a season where you cut off the leeches. You will lose friends. You will upset family members used to using you. Good. The tree must be pruned to grow. Principle 7, emotional alchemy. The final weapon. The 90% are slaves to their chemistry. Something bad happens, they feel sad, they give up. Something annoying happens, they feel angry, they lash out. Input, output. Biological robots. The Machiavellian breaks the circuit. Emotions are not truth, they are energy. Pain is high-octane energy. Anger is nuclear. The average person wastes it. They cry, complain, vent, drink to numb. The outlier captures that energy. Transmutation. When you feel disrespected, don't yell. Take that red-hot ball of rage and put it in the engine of your work. Work harder. Become sharper. "I will show them" is the most powerful motivator in human history. When you feel heartbreak, don't wallow. Take that crushing sadness and transmute it into art, into philosophy, into physical reinvention. You get rejected from a job, a relationship, a pitch, the 90% spiral. I'm not good enough. Why does this always happen to me? The 10% think, what did I miss? What can I learn? Who do I need to become? They take the pain and turn it into a blueprint. 6 months later, they're unrecognizable. View your emotions as tools, not truth. Just because you feel afraid doesn't mean you're in danger. It means your body is preparing you for challenge. Just because you feel tired doesn't mean you must stop. It means you must find a deeper reserve. Become the observer of your own mind. Imagine you're sitting in a control room behind your eyes. Anger rises on the screen. Don't smash the console. Look at it and say, this is ultimate freedom. When you can't be manipulated by your own biology, you can't be manipulated by anyone. The 5-step war room system. Here's how you implement this starting tomorrow. Step 1, morning reconnaissance. Ask yourself, what incentives are driving the people I'll encounter today? Where am I most likely to react instead of respond? What mask does today require, lion or fox? Step 2, the silence protocol, all day. Cut your words by 50%. No explanations, no justifications, no filling awkward pauses. When attacked, don't defend. Ask calmly, why would you say that? Then wait. Step 3, the 7-day social experiment. For 1 week, become a ghost. Don't share your plans. Don't explain your decisions. Don't argue your opinions. Just observe. Take notes. Watch how people react to your silence. Watch what they reveal when you give them space. Step 4, alliance audit. List every relationship and ask, is this person an asset, a liability, or neutral? Do their actions match their words? Am I giving more than I'm receiving? Prune accordingly, ruthlessly. Step 5, evening alchemy. Review the day. What emotion did I waste? What energy could I have captured? What did my enemies show me about myself? Write it down. This is your intelligence report. So what happens when you apply these 7 laws? You don't become a monster. You become a quiet king. You walk into a room and you don't need to be the loudest. You don't need to prove anything. You see the insecure person bragging. You feel pity, not envy. You see the manipulator trying to charm you. You feel amusement, not attraction. You see the chaos, and you feel calm. This is what it means to outsmart 90% of people. It's not about IQ. It's about waking up from the trance. Most people are drowning in the storm. You've learned to walk on the water. But here's the warning. The moment you think you've mastered this is the moment you're most vulnerable. Your ego is waiting for you to get arrogant, to look down on the 90% with contempt. The second you do, you become them again. Just another person reacting to their own pride. The true master knows he's always a student, always watching, always learning, always guarding the citadel. Subscribe if you want the rest of the blueprint. Drop a comment. What change starts today? What's one habit you're killing this week? The door to the cage is open. You've walked out. Don't walk back in just because you missed the company. Keep walking into the dark. That's where the treasure is.